Two, one. Peace, y'all. This is Empress Coach Rita Nicole, and we're in our club Organic Healing and Living on Clubhouse, in our club Ancestral Medicine on Facebook, and my Facebook profile page as well, Nicole Feldman. So yes, today the topic is Black Walnut Hall, the benefits, and this is one of my top herbs, especially for winter. Now that the cold and flu season has begun and is here to stay, RSV is on the rise. Black Walnut Hall is one of the top herbs that you can use to for its anti-inflammatory properties, antibacterial, antimicrobial. It's like an anti everything. It's right up there with clove, one of my top faves, right? So keep that in mind. So if you have questions, just write them in the chat. Whether you're on Clubhouse or not, raise your hand to speak. If you have experience with this herb, of course we want you to share. Now, with that being said, excuse me, let me turn it down a little bit before they ban my live on Facebook. You know how they play funny with music, right? So yeah, so let's get into it and talk about these benefits with Black Walnut Hall. Because it's an antioxidant. Antioxidant is great for what? The biggest organ on our body, right? Our skin, period. Okay. So we're getting these the compounds in the outer shells, or they call them like the halls, right? And is used for treating parasitic and bacterial infections, for the most part, right? But it treats a lot of things, okay? Now, this herb is not something that you could take during pregnancy, so don't even bother to try taking it during pregnancy. What's up, Ronisha? Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I just started. I'll do a refresh in like 3 or 4 minutes. But we're talking about Black Walnut Hall, and right now I'm talking about the antioxidant and antibacterial properties of the hall and things of that nature. Now, if you want to join us on StreamYard, just click the link and we'll see you. Whether you want to come on camera or not, we'll see you. So just click the link to join us. So with that being said, black walnuts are grown wild across the United States, and they consist of like the dry outer shell. In case you're not familiar with what black walnuts are, and most people eat them roasted or raw, or press them for oil because of the extracts and the supplements. That's why they're known for definitely for medicinal purposes, to treat the parasites, infections, and decrease inflammation. I definitely use them for myself to decrease inflammation. I mix them in with a little bit of elderberry and a little bit of clove to have like a flu kicker. You don't even need to actually mix anything in with elderberry, or literally like clove or like walnut. I'm just letting you know that because they're all very powerful, and they all go in and attack the same parts of the cell. They go on like the sickness that's around the cell. They go on and they kill it. So you don't have to do that, But because I make medicine, if I'm making like a super or something to super kill like a virus or something like that, I'll mix a little bit in of each, at a certain milligram or something like that. So just keep that in mind before you just start dumping stuff in the pot. You have to measure it out and stuff like that because you don't want to poison anyone or make anyone sick. Okay, so they do have a unique flavor and aroma. I just said to myself, so I'm going to make me a cup of black walnut hall tea and start my detox this weekend for 4 days, and just like clean out any parasites from summer or anything else, just clean myself out. So I just think they're wonderful. They help with weight loss and everything else like that. So just keep in mind, let's go over some things that's important because people always want to know calories and proteins and stuff like that of that nature when we're doing rooms like this. So literally the calories on a black walnut is 170. The protein is 7 grams. The fat is 17 grams. The carbs is 3 grams. The fiber is 2 grams. Magnesium is 14% of the daily intake of the RDI. That's what they call it, reference daily intake, okay? Phosphorus is 14% of the RDI. Potassium is 4% of the RDI. And iron is 5% of the RDI. You have zinc at 6% of the RDI. You have copper, which is definitely needed, 19% of the RDI. Even more manganese, 55% of the RDI, and selenium is 7% of the RDI. So they are 75% higher in protein than, the English walnuts. They only provide 4 grams of protein. So when you are shopping for black walnut hulls, make sure you're not getting English walnut hulls or anything like that because it's not going to be as powerful as you need it, especially if you're using it for medicine. So you have to be particular in what you're getting, okay? I might start offering them on my website because I have them in bulk. I have so much of them, and it's not something that you use all the time. Like wormwood, the walnut hulls, and stuff like that. You don't use that all the time. So, excuse me. So let me do a quick reset. Like I said, I was going to do. So, we're doing a room on like walnut hull, obviously, and we're talking about benefits. We're talking about why you should take it, how it affects the body. I'm also doing Q&A, like I'm answering questions as well if you have questions about this herb. So what I'm not doing is I'm not telling you how to make the medicine. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you, about times I've made it or some things I might have mixed together with it. But I'm not going to do that because I feel like that's when I'm, creating a liability for myself. So that's what you came here for. You won't receive that, unfortunately. Um, but you can receive the benefits of it. You can, get some information on how much you should take it and different things like that. But you're not going to get milligrams. You're not going to get numbers from me when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's going to have to be some personal research that you do on your own. And I appreciate y'all for coming out. So thank you so much. So let me get back into it, right? Um, Now, walnuts are good. Like the walnuts are good for the antioxidants because they prevent or delay cellular damage. Say for instance, if you have like muscle tone weakness or you have like cellulite and stuff like that, it literally helps pull your skin back in, and it protects you from free radicals. Okay, and cell damage is caused by unstable molecules. That's what free radicals are. Okay, it protects you from that. Which actually creates inflammation around it, and it actually causes cancer and things like that of that nature. Okay, disease. Okay, so keep that in mind, right? So, and they contain see, these words are just so long and crazy and I talk really fast, so I'm just going to pronounce it out slowly and then I'm going to spell it out for you. So proanthocyanidins, and that's P as in Paul, R as in Robert, O as in octopus, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, H as in Hector, O as in orangutan, C as in cat, Y as in yo-yo, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, I as in igloo, D as in dog, I as in igloo, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam. And that also helps to protect from sun damage, right? So if you are someone who like your skin burns in the sun or you have skin issues, I definitely encourage you to take walnut hull detoxes as well, because it improves your vision. It helps increase blood circulation. You don't want to take walnut hull. You're scared of that herb, you can take things like dandelion root, okay, or burdock root or yellow dock, okay, and it helps with the blood circulation and cleansing of the blood as well. But we're not here for that today. We're here for walnut hull. So let's get to it. Um, let's get back to it. So hi, Lucia. Whew. So they also provide alpha linolenic acid. The ALA is a type of omega-3 fatty acid and is an essential fat, meaning that your body can't produce it. So you need it from the food that you eat. Yeah, so a lot of people are not aware that a lot of things that our bodies cannot produce. So when we put it into our bodies, our body needs it, right? You know, and it definitely helps to reduce heart disease and chances of having a stroke. Okay, that's the part that's important. So they are a nutrient dense food. That means they're low in carbs and high in protein, antioxidant, and omega threes, right? But we're talking about the hulls. We're talking about the outside of the walnut. Okay, so keep that in mind. You have to keep that in mind. That we're not talking about the inside of the walnut. We're talking about the outside of the hull. Okay, and we're not talking about regular walnuts either. The English walnuts. We're talking about black walnut hulls. That's what we're speaking on. Just to keep y'all updated to make sure that y'all know what I'm speaking on. Right. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So it's literally it strengthens your immunity and it protects your liver. So that's another thing that it does. Is protect your liver and strengthens your immunity. So let's get a little bit more deeper into the conversation around how does it protect my liver, Empress, and how does it increase, my immunity. So it's so many different ways, shape, or forms. Like we literally just hold on. I'm coming back. I think somebody raised their hand. Oh, oh, hey, time. I'm like, I heard somebody, but I'm not. Here I come. Okay, I'll invite you up. Yeah. So let me do a refresh for you because you just came in. So I'm talking about black walnut hull, the herb, and we're talking about the benefits of it and how to use it. Well, not necessarily how to use it, like just the benefits of it and stuff like that. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, and I'm streaming live and I keep doing refreshes like a crazy person. I always forget that I do a lot of refreshes when I'm speaking on herbs because I don't want people to get the wrong impression that I'm going to actually give them like dosages on how to do things, and that's not what I do. You get what I'm saying? So just to cover my own butt. You said something? I see your mic going off, but I can't hear you. Let me see something. Stay here. Don't go. Can you hear me? Nope. You don't have no volume. Yeah, you might want to leave it and come back out because I see your mic moving, but I can't hear anything. Um, yeah, so they have anti-cancer properties, and things of that nature. Okay, so we'll just wait a second and let me check out Facebook and see what Facebook is saying. Hey, Nashe, hi, how you doing? Oh yeah, you're here for the Black Walnut Hall, so you definitely can click the link on StreamYard and come in. You work with herbs now, so this might be a fun topic for you as well. And then you need to put your business out there and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I missed out. My bad. All right, are you back time? I don't know what's going on. It must be me. I'll be right back because I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. Sorry for the hold up, guys. Hello? Hi, guys. Can you guys hear me? Nope. I don't know what's going on with your mic. I can't hear anything, unfortunately. But hey, y'all. So, time, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her mic. Sorry about that. Oh, you came back. Yeah. So, I was saying that if you want to join the live, just hit the StreamYard link. Tom, you would better off hitting the StreamYard link yourself. Just hit the StreamYard link and then I could just hear you. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Um, but then I'll be able to hear what you're saying because Clubhouse is not working right now for you. And I hate to have an information session and I can't hear people speaking. Now, let's get back into the benefits of Black Walnut Hall. So they are literally anti like it's an anti tumor compound called jugalone. So that's J as in Jack, U as in Eunice. Wait, U as in umbrella. G as in goat, L as in Leroy, O as in octopus, N as in Nancy, E as in Eric. And they literally reduce tumor growth, so people with fibroids, yes, 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 we're getting into it, y'all. Fibroids, endometriosis, things of that nature. I always recommend doing detoxes with Black Walnut Hall. Now, as far as yoni steams go, I do sell them, but only like for a client I would ever put Black Walnut Hall in it. For a special client, I don't sell them with Black Walnut Hall in them. That's for special things, for clients that have like fibroids down there, different things going on down there, maybe like genital warts or like herpes or anything like that. Then I would add different ingredients into the yoni steam specialized for each client. Yes, because it reduces swelling, it reduces the anti-inflammatory, it reduces all types of stuff, so it gets in there. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and it gets in there, and it got the jugalone in there, which is reduces tumor. So if you have like things like syphilis or warts or anything like that, it's going to help to reduce the outbreaks and different things of that nature. So yes, when I say Black Walnut Hall is at the top of my list. It's the top of my list for anti everything. It's right up there with that elderberry. It's right up there with that clove. Um, it's just up there because it tackles so many different things, for so many different people across the board. Especially, like dementia. People with dementia can definitely drink some Black Walnut Hall mixed in with a little bit of cloves, so it could be a little sweet to them with some honey, you know, um, to help them with the, the effects of dementia. Yes, because it's like the inflammation in the body. You want to reduce inflammation, so you might not be able to stop it, but you can slow it down. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to slow it down a little bit. Some people claim that it can stop it fully. It's different types of herbs, but I'm always that person that's more, balanced on both sides. If you're using it consistently, it's stopping, of course, because you can't take it all the time. But using a consistent basis to get results. That's the key of herbal medicine, alternative medicine, is to use it in the dosages that you need to get results. Now, when you're not using it in dosages you need to, of course you're going to think it doesn't work. Period. You know, so keep in mind that they contain flavonoid antioxidants as well, and they have beneficial effects against lung disease, breast, prostate, and colon cancers as well. Hello. That's what I mean. Like them, when you mix them in with them, you only see a woman like, oh my god, for special clients, they might have some things going on down there. Like, oh, I felt so much relief. I didn't feel any pressure down there no more when I went to the bathroom. After adding certain ingredients into it, like the yoni steaming or different things of that nature, or just even like teas. Because like the same, if you put it in the yoni steam, you could drink it. So if you're a man having prostate issues, and I mix up, take out certain things that might add some, some stuff to it, and it'll help them with the prostate, So you just got to know medicine. You got to know your herbs to know what to make for yourself. But I'm always open to answer questions. I'm just not open to give direction when somebody's not my client. Just to put it out there. Okay. So if you have questions, always feel free to ask. So let's talk about tannins. So that's TANNINS, compounds with antibacterial properties. Yes, because they affect against listeria, salmonella, and E. coli. Y'all like what? Period. Guess what else? COVID-19, the flu, the common cold. Yes. Period. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, my poor baby Bella, she was 9, and she was with her father, my ex, and she was with her father for the weekend, and he's like, I'm bringing her home because she's sick. Well, no. That's right. He didn't tell me she was sick. He just brought her home. So I'm like, oh, well, she's been acting funny. That's what he said. She was acting funny. And I'm like, this little girl got a fever. And she was just like not moving. She was just like lethargic. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I made her some elderberry, put a little clove in there, put a drop of black walnut hull, and I have the videos on Facebook where like the next day she just looked like, I took the before and after videos of her showing people the effects of like when you make medicine, instead of going to Rite Aid or Walgreens, and whatever infection was in her body that was trying to kick her butt, it was done. Like it was done for her. Like she was the color red. That's how red she was. She was like really red. And the next day she was back to her like her complexion, right? So she said she felt better, but her body was still achy. So the infection was being killed, but the body still had to recover. You get what I'm saying? So it goes in and it like she slept through it. She slept it off. She sweated all night long, sweated it out. It was in there kicking butt, like she was tossing and turning, but she really didn't move off that couch. I just had to put a blanket and a pillow because she was like in so much pain from having the flu that because she was being, she wasn't being cared for days. So by the time she came to me, I was like, oh no. But what I say that to say that these herbs are very powerful. So I'm going to keep on putting the emphasis on don't overuse. Don't overuse black walnut hull because this is something that will land you in the hospital and you might need a liver transplant when you overuse, right? Okay? Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but keep that in mind. It even kills the strep virus, Staphylococcus. Y'all know I'm not saying it right. Y'all know I'm not saying it. Streptococcus. Y'all know I'm not saying it right. The staph infections and Staphylococcus. I'm not saying the word right. The strep throat. I didn't want to be ratchet with it, but I was trying to say the name. But yeah, that's not gonna work for me. I talk way too fast for that word. So that it also helps with losing weight, but this is not a herb that I recommend for people losing weight. This is an herb I would recommend for someone who wants to tone their body and detox, because it helps with cellulite and stuff like that, cell restoration and stuff like that. This is not something that I urge someone to use that wants to constantly use a herb. This is not one of those herbs. So if someone ever say use that herb, because it's going to give you quick results, it's going to give you quick results, all right, but it's not going to quickly get your cellulite away from you. No. And you can't take this herb in that amount of time where if you want like a long, like if you want to take it like, every few weeks, this is one of those herbs, because you're exercising, you're doing the work, you're drinking your water, you're eating healthy, you're eating clean. This is one of the herbs just to detox yourself and remind your body, hey, I'm here to refresh. It's like PTR, like pull to refresh herb for losing weight. This is not a herb that I recommend for anyone to buy. Like, oh, it's going to be the all to be all no, because you're probably end up in the hospital because you're probably going to overuse. So this is one of those herbs. It's just not to play. It's not for play. No, it's not for play. Yeah, this herb is away from my children. They can't reach it, even though they're like older. I just, I don't even want to take chances with stuff. You know what I mean? So people that really like, if you want to like lose weight, you can eat regular walnuts. We're talking about walnut hulls here. If you want to lose weight, go eat some walnuts. A 4th cup a day, you'll lose like 30 or 40 pounds within like 2 or 3 months. If you're eating clean. you know, really. Like, and then your brain will get more active and everything else like that, So um just keep that in mind, okay? So let me see if anybody has any questions. I'm going to come to Clubhouse first, and then I'm going to go to StreamYard to see if anyone has any questions. Okay, I'm here. Hi, I'm audible. What does that mean? Hey, Tom, can you hear me? I think I'm having technical difficulties on Clubhouse. They can't hear me. I'm not sure why. Unfortunately, I can't hear them. Where can you get Black Walnut Hall? I have Black Walnut Hall. Hi, hi. It's a lot of people on my on the StreamYard, and so time hit the link above and come join me on StreamYard because Clubhouse is not working for me right now, and you can just hit whatchamacallit, just don't show your face, so I can still hear you because I do want to have this conversation with you, and you've been in here supporting the space, and stuff like that, and I don't want to miss out on that part of the experience. All right, thank you. Hey, Shay. Oh, I have a bunch, Shay. I have a bunch. I have it by the pounds. So if you just need some, just drop past and just get some. Um, yeah, I have some. You can just drop past and get some. Is a little expensive, so there's no need to go buy it when I have it by the pounds. So I really like I said, I'm going on a detox coming up. I'm not sure whether I'm going to start on a Sunday or Monday, but I'm definitely going on a detox with like walnut hull and some wormwood, and I want to detox my body and do some cell restoration. Because I'm taking collagen peptides, and I just want to do some extra stuff. But like I said, I only do 3 days at a time. I don't do 5 days. And I take it multiple times a day, and that's it. So let me look at my StreamYard, see if you hear. There you are. Okay. Hey, Boo, welcome.
Hi, Empress.
Hi, thank you so much for being so supportive. I appreciate you. Don't know what's going on with Clubhouse. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I guess the sound's not working that great. The person in the audience was saying they can hear me, but
Yeah, I can't hear nobody. I think it's because of like I have need to clear my space on my phone. So, what do you think about Black Walnut Hall? Have you ever used it? You have any questions for me?
no, I never used it. Where would you find that? Would you like purchase it in a pharmacy or something or a health food store?
Hmm. If you have like a vitamin shop, you might be able to find it there. Also, you can find it on sfherb.co. That's where, like I said, the things I don't grow, this is where we get our herbs from, the sfherb.co in bulk. And I save so much money. Like, we can get like a pound of chamomile for like $5. You know what I mean? So that's where I get stuff from when I'm not growing it. For my herbal medicine that we make our medicine. So sf herb.co. They actually have a store though, but I don't think you out there. I think you on my side of the world. So no, that wouldn't work for us. But vitamin shops are on our side of the world. Vitamin shop. GNC wouldn't have it, but I know Vitamin Shop would. Um, and that the website I gave you the other day would have it as well. But it's more expensive though. Their website is only good for certain things. Like for herbs, I would never trick. I would never. First of all, I'm very conscientious about where I get herbs from when I'm not growing them, and I would never buy herbs from there, even though they're organic, because I'm not sure where they're, where what walnut trees they're getting it from. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds crazy, but I just gotta be mindful. So yeah, if you need me to send you some, I'll just send you some. I have piles and piles and piles of Black Walnut Hall. Literally, I was just saying in my head that when I get off of here, I'm gonna make some powder and drink some tea. Just a little bit of tea because I'm starting my detox later on. I just want to get my body ready for it because it's so powerful. Yeah. So any questions about the female reproductive system, anything like that? Anything? I'm here to answer your questions. Yeah, shy. Can y'all hear me? I don't think
Yes,
y'all
I can
can.
hear you. I can
Oh,
hear.
okay. Yeah. I was about to start throwing a hissy fit. Like, that's it. I don't know what's going on. I don't
Mm.
know what's going on today, but that's it. Crazy. Yeah, so um no, like okay, so I know like I always say this is my favorite herb every time I come on here and do a herb talk, but black walnut hull I think is really up there. Like it's up there with my as my faves because it's so dynamic and it helps across the board. You know, it even have silicone in it, it has B vitamins in it, and it has vitamin C in it, right? So it definitely listen. If you're going to take this herb as a detox, you need to be home. You can't be like, oh, I gotta go to work and now I'm taking blood like why not home before I go to work? Because guess what's going to happen? It relaxes the bowels. It relaxes them. So you're going to have to go poop, right? But literally, like I said, most people use it to fight cold sores, herpes, athletic foot, warts, candida, like yeast infections, and is antiseptic to combat illnesses and sexually transmitted diseases, even for malaria, even for acne on the face. But like I said, you cannot use this herb every day because what you're going to do is damage your liver, and then ultimately you're going to damage your kidneys, and we don't want that. So you have to use it mindfully and in moderation. Okay. It's going to do the job once you put it in your body for those couple days. So you don't have to use it every day. You're going to notice a complete difference. I promise you. Whatever you're treating yourself for, you're going to notice a complete difference after you use it. I promise you that. Especially if you're just drinking water or just eating really clean, like say like salads for those 3 days, or just like soup with no processed sugars, no processed salts or stuff. And you're going to be like, damn, yo, I feel like a whole nother person. Whatever you're treating yourself for, even if you're just detoxing yourself from parasites, your stomach won't feel so heavy. You won't be constipated. Your heart gonna feel like it's beating cleaner, like you're breathing cleaner. And it's not a weight thing, it's not a size thing, it's about a cleanse thing. So keep that in mind as well, right? So don't feel conscientious if you're treating yourself. Treat yourself, do you? Okay, but just be proud of yourself that you took the initiation to detox yourself, in that way. But like I said, make sure you're eating clean foods and drinking water when you're doing this. So if you're going to do a detox with blood walnut hall and go eat some fried chicken, it's like a slap to your own face. Period. You're going to eat some cereal with a bunch of sugar in it, it's like a slap to your own face. So just detox those 3 days and eat clean and just drink your water and chill with your feet up because you're going to have to go to the bathroom a lot. So if you got appointments, there's no need in taking it. Because you're not going to your appointments once you start. Period. Or you're gonna be running around holding your butt, like squeezing your butt cheeks. Because it's definitely taking every ounce of parasite, every ounce of illness in that body, and it's flushing you out. That's just like taking wormwood and saying, "Oh, I gotta go somewhere today." You're right. You know, that's not gonna happen. So excuse me. Let me stop one more time and see if I got any questions on StreamYard. Anyone have any questions for me? No. Hi. Oh no. Here we go with the bots. Yeah, here we go with the bots. And that was from YouTube. I hope you didn't get a chance to see that, Miss Time. Yeah. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. You see a bot?
No, it's just I'm glad you didn't see it then. I removed them. Um so literally it's a tonic. Like a lot of people make it in tincture form. I feel like tincture form is the best form. I don't mind, like I said, I'm doing a regular detox form. I didn't make a tincture. Because I don't drink alcohol. So I can do a vegan tincture, but I just haven't. I don't know why. I should. I just haven't. You make it with vinegar. You put it in the jar. You leave it for a few weeks in the dark, and or a few months if you want to, and that's when you get the pull. You pull you know the chemicals with the little glass syringe thing, and you know dropper, not syringe, excuse me, and you got your tincture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I never made any. But I know that they're effective because I used to take tinctures when I did drink alcohol beverages, and they worked for me. So either way you want to do it, whether it's in tincture form or you want to take it, in tea form, it's up to you, right? Because excuse me, it relieves colic, heartburn, and flatulence like gas, right? We already talked about that. So as a cholagic, it stimulates the flow of bile into the intestines, and like it reduces pain like in your spleen. People have a lot of pain in a lot of different places, but I love that it actually helps with so many different things. Like even people that have ringworms, any kind of worm, any kind of parasite you have in your body is gonna go on and kill it. So most people don't even know. The conversation we had a long time ago was like people that have herpes for so long they have it in their brain, and people that didn't even know they had it, they would take black walnut hull and then they would have their first outbreak. It's like, oh man, I didn't know I had that until I took that herb, and now I realized that it was helping me in all different kinds of way. Like it was cleansing me out because I didn't even know that, that I had it, and now I was able to go to get care for what was whatever was going on. But that black walnut hull helped me because it was just going in there cleaning out, cleaning out the blood, cleaning out the parasites, cleaning out the cells and different things of that nature, and reconstructing the cells. So a lot of people get the misinformation that when they take herbs and their skin might have eruptions, that the herb is not working and it's causing damage. No, it's cleaning. So sometimes the skin feel like that if you're not drinking water, one more time, if you are not drinking water and you're taking herbs, your skin is going to erupt. Period. Because I've had many people that just drunk the water and took the herbs and never had skin eruption and they had all types of stuff going on. Okay? So keep that in mind. When you don't drink your water, it gotta leave you somehow. Some kind of way. And your poop is gonna burn. It's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. Because you're not drinking water to help it just naturally flow out of your body. It's gonna come out though, and you're not gonna like it. Your butt is gonna be raw. So just drink the water when you're taking black walnut hull. So listen, Miss Time, come off that mic and laugh with me a little bit. Come on. Ask me some uncomfortable questions, even if it's not for you.
Um, I'm good.
Like,
I think
nope.
you put me off of black walnut hull. I don't think
Which
I
is
want. I don't think I need that in my life.
right. It's so powerful, right? Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
something that just to have, like in case the world shut down or some shit, and you needed like something for, some kind of cold or new kind of infection that's spreading around. Yeah, you just want to have. Just one of
A
those.
cold or a new kind of infection. Does this help with COVID-19?
Yeah, you never know. I just say just have it around. You know what I mean? Just have
Just
it
have it
around.
around in case you want to just put some additional like fun
Yeah,
into your day. In
yeah. In case you want to detox that body, just in case, right?
case you want to inject
No,
some
but you can
type
use
of.
other herbs though, like clove and elderberry instead.
I like to just steer clear of herbs.
I don't know. No. Like like I don't know that. No.
Yeah, I think it's best if I just steer clear of the herbs.
I don't know that. Some people like medicine. I don't like. I stay clear. I try to stay clear of medicine. For a
Mm.
long period in my life, that's all was blood thinner this, blood thinner that, blood thinner this, seizure medicine that, and I was like, oh God, when will this stop? When will this stop? You know.
Mm.
Um, and when I went raw vegan, my life changed. So I'm like,
Mhm.
my blood doctor was like, wow, my brain doctor was like, hey, they was like, wow, So when I get those results that hey, you won't be on blood thinners for the rest of your life because now you're a raw vegan, then that's just something that changed your life. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
results
that's
may vary though. Is
that's
all I
great.
can.
I
Yeah,
want
thank you.
a plant-based diet. I mean, like I don't eat a lot of meat as it is, but my nutrition definitely use some modification and more consistency. I definitely need to eat more greens, and I just need to eat more regularly because I stopped eating for a while. Had a
Mm-hmm.
stressful period, but yeah, like diet is definitely like where it's at. I never taken black walnut root.
Oh.
Oh, black walnut. Oh, sorry.
Wow. I was gonna let it slide. I was like, no way, I gotta correct her because we live.
Black
I was like, all
walnut
right.
hall.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like correcting people. I think that's so weird, right? So I was like, oh man. So yeah.
I
Like
mean,
one of the hall babes.
I don't mind. I need a
Hmm.
correction. I need to know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely one of those when you go see that bruja, like you come to my tree house in the middle of the swamp, definitely here, take this child.
I definitely won't be coming there. I
Like
definitely
Mama
won't be a
Odie from
guest at the
Princess and the
treehouse.
Frog, yeah. My daughter always say that's me. So that's you, Mama Odie. I'm like, period. Juju. Right.
Mm,
So
interesting.
yeah, so um I don't really have a history of taking Blake Walnut Hall. I only have a history of using it to treat people. Like I
Mm,
said, I took it a few times for like just to like prevent illness or to
mm,
detox. And I wait years to take it because I feel like it's way too powerful. I have other herbs that can do the job, and I won't have to be on the toilet like that or anything like that. So I just
mm,
want to do a major detox because, like I said, I haven't done a detox in a long time. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do a detox because I feel like it's gonna help me mentally. All these crazy things that's going on that just popped up in my head that don't belong here. It's gonna really help me to get rid of those thoughts and stuff like that. So that's why I'm planning on doing like 3 days. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to figure out which 3 days I'm gonna do it, but it's coming up soon before the end of the year. Yeah, but it's other things you could take that's safer, like elderberry. And you can get that from the drugstore since you said you don't like herbs. You know, it's the
Oh,
same
I
thing they
like.
do.
I don't. I'm just kidding about the herbs. I just don't have a lot of
Oh,
experience with them. So no.
real. I'm like, I don't even know if we can be friends anymore. That's it. No, I I love herb. My friend
hmm
Book, she says herb. That's what she calls it. She calls them herb. Yeah,
Heard.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's
The
from the
last.
UK. Hmm.
Yeah, the last experience I had with that was someone like basically trying to poison me. So I kind of stepped away from that.
Oh
But
hell no. See, I don't know why you be around these people, but they need
it's
their
the
asses
same. The
kicked.
same. The same.
Period.
It was the same Reiki witch trying to poison me.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. See,
Yeah.
yeah, because you said you got sick and stuff. Yeah, we gotta have that conversation in private because we are streaming live on everything. And I know people are like, "Who is that girl? I'm gonna pray for
If
her."
anybody has
Like,
any,
what?
if anybody has any like interest, let me know so that I can like gauge interest in my show.
Right,
For
right.
my mini
Hello,
series.
listen. Period. Like, I want to be on your podcast. Fuck what you heard. Like, what's going on? Listen. So yeah, so literally we cover everything. But let's get into the parts. Let's get into to the sad story of how it can go wrong. I think I went and it made love to Blake Walnut on stage for y'all. So let's talk about the safety. Shut up, Aiden. My son is so sarcastic, guys. He says some ill, ill, ill. Like, I'm talking about herbs. What is he? What's wrong with this cat? What's wrong with this kid? You know, what you say, Aiden? He said he was yawning. Yeah, okay. He said he was yawning. So let's talk about black walnuts because they have many health benefits, but there are a lot of benefit. Well, there's a lot of aspects that you should consider before taking them. You know, people with a tree nut allergy, hello, dun, 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 don't take it. um, and I know you're like, why would she say that? Because you have to say these things because people be like, I didn't know, and I was listening to a podcast and they didn't tell me, you know. So let's go into the whole thing. Supplements are not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. Therefore, you should purchase them from reputable brands that offer products that are independently tested for safety and potency. Hello. Now let's get back into it. um, definitely, black walnut supplements during pregnancy or while breastfeeding is not recommended. Don't do it. Hi, Elise. Do not do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not even enough information for us to tell you not to do it, but because we know that a lot of things that it's doing is not healthy for mom and baby, it's just a hard no. Period. Okay. That's just a no. Pregnant and breastfeeding, nope. Mm-mm. Even after pregnancy, just wait. Wait like 6 months. You don't need it. For what? For what? Nothing. Now let's get into how they're heavy in the omega threes, like fish. You know, fish fats. The omega-3 fatty acids and many vitamins and minerals like vitamin C and vitamin B. Vitamin C is good for lightening up the skin, for healing the skin from the inside out. So that's why when we mention all those STDs and all those other diseases that can abrupt the skin, this is why this is a powerhouse. And they reduce heart disease and things of that nature, right? So it's really, really popular. But like I said, be mindful. So just like, what do you mean by be mindful? Be mindful. You keep saying be mindful, be mindful. I literally mean what I just said. Be mindful because if you go into using something like Walnut Hall and you overuse it, you're going to damage parts of your body that you had no intention on damaging. Like your liver, for instance. It is a liver detox, but if you take it for up to 2 weeks, you're going to call yourself liver damage. Dun, dun, dun. Not good. This is why I recommend people take it for they want to take it for 3 days. Fine, stop, wait a week, wait 2 weeks, and take it for another 3 days. Do not take this on an ongoing basis. It's way too powerful. We're only human. We're 70% water. It's going to dehydrate you, and most people don't drink enough water as it is. So if you take this for a week, you're going to be in a hospital. Period. Point blank. Whether you're drinking water or not, you're going to be in a hospital because you're not giving your body enough time to recuperate. You're not giving your body enough time, excuse me, to rehydrate itself. For the blood to like when you're like cleansing the blood over and over and over for what? We're just a human. Like overnight, 3 days, that's enough time. You don't need all these weeks and months and years to be taking one herb to flush yourself out. Just do it on a consistent basis, but separate the time, by the weeks. Now, excuse me, you don't have to listen to me, but I can only give you what was given to me, what I've researched on, what I've done clinicals on, and I hope that you can move forward from there. So I want to, again, let me come back to StreamYard to see if there's any questions on Black Wonder Hall. And as thank you so much for the hearts. I definitely appreciate that. Hey, boo. Hey, babes. Hey, guys. So what do you think, Miss Time? What do you think about this herb? And
Hmm.
the dangers, excuse me.
I mean, I think it's something that people should be careful about. Make sure that they are aware of the potential dangers and what kind of other medications or herbs or natural remedies they might be consuming before they, you know, decide to try this. I mean, they said they consult with someone like
Period.
an herbalist prior
Period.
to attempting this.
With the doctors, not
Like,
even with me first, with a naturopathic doctor. I mean, I have my naturopathic diploma, but I'm not an official ND. So don't come to me first. Like take my information and then go to your naturopathic doctor or go to your regular doctor and let them know because Miss Time said something that I didn't even get a chance to get to, and I'm glad she said it because I was like, damn it. But this is why like we we pour into each other. So that's why I'm happy she's here because you have somebody on your team that is super smart, that's super, on point with stuff. She literally said what needed to be said. Black Walnut Hall will pull everything out of your body. So if you're on insulin, if you're on heart medicine, it's pulling everything out and you can die immediately. So be mindful of medicine that you're taking before you take a herb like this. Period. Before you take any herb actually, without consulting your physician. Okay? So thank you so much, Ms. Time, and back to you. Oh,
okay, well, that you mentioned that there were other herbs that might be a little less extreme, drastic, or powerful than black walnut.
mm-hmm.
Um, root is it? No, it's not root. It's black.
Elderberry.
Yeah. So
Dandelion root. You was right. Dandelion root, burdock root, yellow dock root. Yeah, all those are way less extreme,
and
but they
so
don't have like the potency is not up there. Elderberry is up there. Clove is up there, but burdock root and stuff is up there with blood transformations and stuff like that, and cleansing the liver and kidney. But
mhm,
they're not up there with all the like anti everything though. They're anti some stuff, but they're not anti everything like Black Walnut Hall would be. No.
mhm.
Yeah.
So would somebody want to take black walnut root as a first medicine, or are they
I feel
going to
like I feel
escalate?
like Yeah, I feel like if they have something like herpes, syphilis, warts, or anything of that nature, I would say you can go in, but make sure you're consulting a physician if you're taking medicine for it. Like if you're taking no medicine for it and you're not having drastic things with your body, you're gonna have to use your discernment. I can't tell you what to do. Um, I would say I would recommend that you do something, like drink water, drink a lot of water, and consult a physician and if you're going to take Blake Walnut Hall because you're not going to understand the effects it's going to have on your body. You may not be prepared for that mentally, and it may freak you out if your
Mhm,
skin start erupting. You get what I'm saying? And you may feel like you did something wrong. So I just would say be monitored under a physician or a naturopathic doctor.
mhm.
You
So
need like mentally that messes people up a lot when they take these herbs and they have these outbreaks. Like say for instance they only had one, but they had it for years and now they're having multiple things because it's cleansing them out. And mentally that can destroy somebody. So that's why they need to have that doctor around to talk to them and let them know the side effects and stuff like that.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like my understanding is that a lot of Western doctors who are trained in Western medicine, there's not much of a focus on nutrition and herbology, like in
Hmm.
traditional MDs practices or training. So,
Hmm.
would they be able to advise you on something like this, or would you have
Yes.
to go to a nutritionist?
Yes, they type into the computer now. Yeah, they type it into the computer now. Yep, they type the herb into the computer, and because that's what happened with me. I because they told me I was going to be blood thinner for the rest of my life, and I went there for a blood doctor appointment for my hematologist, and they took my blood, and they was like, okay, everything looking good. They like this, like this is your third time coming. What are you actually doing? I'm like, well, I've been a raw vegan. They like, we see, like your skin is glowing, you look beautiful, you know. And I'm like, I don't smoke anymore either. They're like, oh, great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm a raw vegan. I'm eating clean. I'm living my life differently. I'm being more mindful, meditations, all this kind of stuff. And they still had to test my blood, though. You already know that. They had to test my blood to look at my coagulation and stuff like that. But they also typed in the herbs I was taking. They typed them in. And they went out the room and talked about it with other doctors. And they brought somebody else that was more versed in it. And they also told me what they was reading. You know, told me that that was okay, but make sure that I'm mindful about the doses I'm taking. I'm like, well, I've been studying this since I was a child and different things like that. They're like, okay, but still, we're still your blood doctor. So, working with them was helpful because I had vitamin K issues and I had to go in because my iron levels was dropping down to like deadly levels from being a raw vegan. Because like you said, like you, I would go fasting for like 2 and 3 months and it would literally almost kill me. As being a raw vegan, I try not to do that no more. I feel like I'm about to be into that period of fasting again, but this is not the time of year for me to do that. So I just told myself the other day, don't do it. So I'm going to be mindful and eat lunch again today. Only I ate lunch yesterday. I eat lunch today, but I haven't been eating like anything else except for my lunch lately. Um, but I don't want my iron levels to drop down that low again. So I still have a blood doctor because of that issue that I have with anemia. But like some people say they can cure anemia with herbalism. I've been in the game for almost 13, 14 years, but if you count on like my life experience, it's like 20 something years and I still have anemia. So I just want to see that happen. That's all I got to say about that. just want to see that happen. I'm a whole raw vegan, and my diet is mainly vitamin K. But when they drop down too low, I'm in there being injected with vitamin K, and iron and stuff like that. So I can live. So that's the only issue I've had. So yeah, I would just say that just you got to know who your doctors are. My doctors are really great. They're at Jefferson University hospital, so I definitely recommend them to people that have like blood disorders or anything going on. Yeah, or anemia, something like that. Hmm.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I have iron deficiency anemia.
Yeah, anemia.
It's
Yep. So I
really
eat ice all the time. I don't eat food. I eat bags and bags of ice.
wow.
Mhm. But I don't have. Listen, let me tell you. I know you're gonna say, Nicole, Empress, why are you doing this? So when I'm eating, like when I'm taking burdock root and yellow dock and dandelion, I don't want ice. And it's like, oh my god, all these years I didn't have ice. So lately I haven't been taking those things because I've been missing my ice. And
Mm.
I know you're like, what the exactly? Because I know my doctors be shaking their head like, why? Like I just looked at ice one day and I was like, ooh, ice. And I don't have the cravings for it because it's filling me up with my it's filling up my iron levels when I take these other things like it had the copper in it, had the magnesium in it. And it's like when I take all this stuff and I'm super duper healthy, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like I don't get to eat ice because I don't want it anymore. And it's like I feel like I'm missing something in life. Whatever. I'm being too honest right now.
Mm. Interesting.
Yeah, I just be feeling like I'm missing something. It's people that eat chalk, right? I was going to offer it on my website, like edible chalk, because I'm one of those people that eat ice. It's people that eat edible chalk, all kinds of stuff. It's like it's a thing that you have. But it's like when I'm taking my herbs and stuff like that, absolutely not. I never have any symptoms of anemia or nothing. But it's like I be wanting my ice, and when I want my ice, I don't want the herbs because I already feel filled up when I eat a lot of ice, like a pound a day or something like that, maybe 2 pounds a day. I like ice. You know. I'm very transparent this time.
Mm.
Very transparent. I could lie to you and pretend like, oh no, I take my herbs every single day and I'm living lovely over here in my tea house. Nah, that's not the truth though. That's why I don't tell people, when I talk about certain herbs, I talk about the experience with them, clinical stuff like that. But as far as I go, yeah. Mm-mm. It's just been I just needed my ice, but I plan on getting back on board with my burdocks and stuff like that because they are very helpful. You have anemia, dandelion, yellow dock, and burdock root are going to be your best friend. They are.
I've been taking. I actually haven't taken it lately because it was kind of, I guess, raising my iron levels too much. But I take this stuff called Floridix. It's like a
Florida. Hmm.
Floridix,
Hmm. I
Floradi.
heard you. I'm listening.
Yeah, and it's like a liquid iron and herb supplement.
Hmm.
I had it recommended for iron deficiency anemia. I was suffering from a lot of fatigue, and one night a couple people recommended it to me.
Hmm. Do you
Oh,
like it?
I think it's been good. Yeah, they also have like a calcium magnesium supplement,
Hmm.
but my doctor was saying that my calcium levels were too high with that, so I kind of stopped taking that one. But yeah, I think it's been helpful. I think a lot of people.
That's
But
good.
hmm
Yeah, I don't do Floridex. I know people that do it, and I'm glad you had a good response, excuse me, with your body with it.
hmm
I think a lot of these things, even though they help people, they make me nauseous and they constipate me. I had
hmm
stomach surgery before, so like I gotta be real easy on things I take.
hmm
That's why like even I have herbs I've never taken myself here because I
hmm
know if I take it, it might do something to me. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like just knowing the side effects of it, I'm like I can't mess with that herb. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But like you said, in moderation, like the calcium levels and stuff like that. I have a lot of calcium supplements here, but I don't feel like anything's wrong with my calcium. So what I did was, remember we talked about the other day, we had the conversation on collagen. I've been putting myself through collagen therapy to help with cell damage and stuff like that, to help me tone up and just look the way I want to look, and never age and look like a vampire forever. So,
Mhm. That's my goal.
huh?
That's definitely my goal.
Yeah, yeah, definitely my goal. I just want to look like Pharrell Williams, because he just, his skin is flawless. He told us the only thing he do is wash his face, bro. We already know you're a vampire, so just give us the secret and give us some bites, and
Mhm.
we'll be all good. No, all right. I know you're like, what? I'm just joking around, guys. I'm just joking, guys. But no, we are taking collagen 1, 2, and what is it, 3? Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 Neocell. And it helps with skin, hair, nails, inflammation, and bones. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's been really good for me. But I never had an issue with those issues. My issue was with the cell damage in the bones. So I don't take calcium. But I also take vitamin C with it. Excuse me, and MCI. If you want the whole list of the things I take for collagen therapy, because some things that people are not going to like what I have to say that I take them, they're not going to like it at all. But I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want anybody using it as a clip. But if you definitely need a list, I'll give you a list of all the supplements that I take. But you're gonna have to use your discernment on what you want to take for yourself. Um, but yeah, I take a few. I take quite a
Mhm.
few supplements every day to help with skin, cell damage, hair, nails, teeth, bones, brain, heart. But also I'm a raw vegan too, so I don't have to take it every single day. Maybe like every other day or every 3 days. Some weeks I want to take it every single day, but I know, like I said, the constipation and the sickness with my stomach, I can't take it. It's too much for me. Yeah, it's about moderation. That's why
Mhm.
I think anyway. And I think any great herbal medicine practitioner is going to tell you, even a naturopathic doctor, even a Western, regular doctor is going to tell you everything in moderation. Because this is why they start you out on their common medicine, like Western medicine, pharmacy. They start you out in low doses, right? Until you get to decide so they get to see how the reaction is going to be with you. So it's the same thing with herbal medicine. You come in slow, like Miss Time asked the perfect question. How would you take it? I can't get y'all the details. I almost slipped up and gave y'all the details 5 times already. Please. um, but to like my family members and like Miss Time, if she want to ask me private, I'll definitely give her that information. But I'm not. I don't want to be held liable for someone taking something and it go wrong. Yeah. So with that being said, any more things you want to talk about with herbs? Because we didn't cover Black Water Hall. Any other questions you got about anything?
Um, no, but I think this has definitely sparked my interest or re-sparked my interest in like herbal medicine and things like that because I've been interested in what is it? I'm forgetting what it's called. You use the needles, acupuncture. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
interested in acupuncture and natural medicine, to like help with certain kinds of things. And this is a good time to talk about this as the seasons have changed, are changing.
Mm-hmm.
And people's needs, I think, change when the seasons change. According to Ayurvedic medicine, I guess body composition and stuff can play into that too. Like knowing your body type and what kind of like foods are best for you
Mm-hmm.
and your constitution. Um, I think mine is like I'm supposed to like have warm and wet foods, and especially now in the season. Like I like apple crisp a lot. I guess I'm getting off topic.
No, it's not off topic, girl. We are in the organic healing and living, so you right on it. Period.
Yeah, like they say I shouldn't eat for my body type, which I forget like which one it is. The constitutions, like the Ayurvedic constitutions, like crackers or like dry food or like food that doesn't have it's not doesn't have heat and water components to it. Like warm and wet foods are best for me. So this is a good season for that. I think for everybody to have more like stews and I guess like baked fruit and stuff like that.
Mm,
So I want to get my crock pot out when I get back home and use that.
yeah, I don't know about the everybody part, Miss Raw Vegan over here.
Well,
My ex, it was like you though. He looked at my body type because by my blood. That man knew everything about me except for my social security number. He
mm,
was like, "You need to start eating red meat again. You need to start eating lamb again to help with your anemia." Like lamb was my favorite. And I said, "Why would he use lamb out of all things?" Like I'm not vegan for the animals at all, but I do understand about the animals. I'm vegan for health. Raw vegan for health. Plant based for health, not for animals. But I do shout out to the animals though, because people be overkilling. But they like what? Shout out to the animals. Period. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to live that lifestyle. I was willing to do anything to be in that situation and just listen to this person. But I'm like, damn, that's compromising all my integrity with being a raw vegan, going back to eating for my body type and stuff like that. But I mean, it works for him. I'm just not sure if
Hmm.
it works for me because I didn't try it.
Yeah, I looked into being a raw vegan like a while ago. I even bought a books on it and stuff. And
Books.
I mean, like how
Oh
to
yeah, you didn't know me.
eating raw for vegans. I mean, for dummies, I think it was called. And
Oh, all you gotta do is go outside, look
go
around.
outside. I mean, like I live in New York, concrete
Oh
jungle.
shit, yeah, you ain't got nothing outside. Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, like there's a park, and
Yeah.
I had heard about nettles. That's something I had
Oh,
heard about.
nettles. Yeah, that's my shit.
I
Now,
really wanted to learn how to like use those.
but listen, they're poisonous when they're not. When you don't get them, like when the plant get too high and they start getting seed. When they go to seed, the plant is poisonous. You can't eat it. You can't use it no more. We grow
Yeah.
nettles. Yeah, they come back every year. They be so tall, like 6 foot tall, 7 foot tall. That's how tall they get. So the neighbors come past and
Stinging.
they just be clipping them. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, I think I had heard about stinging nettles
Yeah,
and
they all the same thing. Nettle
oh
family.
yeah, like I heard you to cook them or something. I don't know. Like
No,
I
you
guess
could dry them out, dehydrate them. You could cook them. Yep, nettles are literally when you take them for a long period of time. And I need to take some because of this cat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that this weekend too. Take some nettles. I could do that today. Take some nettles, and it might help me with all the stuff mucus in my chest. Need to do some self care. That's all. You know what I mean? But nettles is one of the anti histamines. They have a lot of anti properties, anti inflammatory, anti hold on, anti inflammatory, antihistamine, antimicrobial. Yes, they are antimicrobial. And don't ask. So I have this thing in my head, it's like a system, a card catalog. When I go down to A's for every herb to see what A they are, because every herb is a because it's anti-inflammatory for the most part, but they all don't have all three A or all 4 or 5 A's, right? Like antiseptic, no, that's not an antiseptic herb. No, it is. Nettles are an antiseptic herb because it sends you to the bathroom. So yes, it is an antiseptic herb. It sends you to the bathroom, and it cleanses out your colon and stuff like that as well. It definitely takes away things that you're allergic to. That's why I like it because it definitely helps with the antihistamine and stuff like that. I give it to my son in the spring, make him drink nettle and strawberry tea because he's allergic to pollen and stuff like that, or when the seasons change. Yeah, that's why we
yeah,
have nettle.
sounds really cool. Like I had read about them for treating autoimmune conditions,
Oh
or
yeah.
saw something or I read something about that, and I just didn't. There was nothing around me to get nettles, so I kind of forgot about it for a while. But I wanted to get that.
So something you can do for yourself because you do live in New York and you do work. You work and you can get a community garden bed and you can invest in that probably like $10 or maybe $20 for the whole season and grow your stuff there and just go pick up your stuff, pick up your
Yeah,
nettles, all your herbs and stuff like that, right?
there
And
is
you
a
know where it's
community
coming from.
garden near me. Hmm.
Yeah, you can invest in that and that'll be a nice thing for you to get out and get to know more herbalists, and then next thing you know you're gonna be my new herbalist friend. That's how it always happened every time. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, Empress, I'm a member of a community garden now. I'm so proud of you.
Hmm.
Right? Because you listen, if the world go to crap, you got to know how to grow your own food.
I gotta
Period.
gotta meet some of these commune people.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people. I'm a commie. I sound like you're
Mm,
not a commie, mommy. Don't say that. That's China.
mm,
You
yeah,
know?
these
Yeah.
people kind of scare me. Oh, I
Oh
am part of a food
goodness.
co-op. The people at the food co-op are scary. The
Really?
people,
I'm a part of a food co-op. Yeah, we are a
yeah,
little scary.
they
Sorry, we're a little
are.
crunchy. We're a little crunchy when it comes to
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Yeah, we are. Because it's like fight for your rights. You're like, hey, Empress, what the hell, man? Like, oh, that's your time. What's up, babe? Come on over. Put
Mm,
aside now. You're embarrassing me.
mm.
Fight for like the community garden to keep it open. Definitely me.
I mean, I think
Um,
that's great. I mean, like we definitely need that.
mhm,
There's definitely benefits to cultivating urban spaces, and there's
mhm,
definitely a need for more integration of, you know, eco-consciously responsible practices,
mhm.
and making sure that we're taking care of the environment and we're doing things that are sustainable,
Yeah, I
and
do know.
accessible.
You speaking my language. You speaking my love language at this point. Like I got this
Hmm.
smile on my face. It's just been here for like 25 minutes now. It's just there. Like I'm a sapio, so it's just like yeah, intellect. Yeah, that's my area. So just like so
Yeah, I'm happy to
yeah.
help out. Mm-hmm.
I just keep on saying so yeah because like I'm still hearing this conversation right now. It's like wow. Okay, so I didn't know that you were like into sustainability. So that's what's up. Period. That's definitely what's up. You know, everything about sustainability. That's my, that's why I created sustainable relations because I feel like that humans are the most renewable source on the planet. This is why we just went into the whole conversation around why you don't need to overdo it with herbs because it only take a few days to do it with the human body. We're 70% water, babe. 70%
Mm-hmm.
water. So we're gonna sustain ourselves either way. So you don't have to do it that hard to get, to detox yourself or to, restore yourself or rejuvenate. You don't have to go that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just allow your body to heal yourself. Allow your body to time somebody cooking something because I don't like burnt food. Hello, they food stink. Not human food stink. Non-vegan food stink.
Hmm.
Wow, I'm a hater. I'm the biggest
Hmm.
hater in the house when they be eating. I'm like, I'm getting sick. They be looking at me like, what? Before,
Hmm.
not when they eating though, not when they eating. Before they get sick, I be just be messing with them. They're like, nobody want that rabbit food, and then they come over and take my plate and eat my food, like my solids. Something they don't
Hmm.
want it. No, but sustainability, and co-ops, yeah. In Philly, like, so the co-ops here is not the same like the co-op that I'm part of in Michigan. It's a black owned co-op, and I'm part of that co-op. I paid a lifetime membership already. It was $200. I paid it, I think 2 years ago, and they just opened. They cut the cord this year for it. It's gonna be open next year. Um, and the co-ops here is for a certain neighborhood though, so it's not like I could be a part of the co-ops here because I don't live in that neighborhood. That's where all the doctors and lawyers and stuff live at. Like Clark Park area, they have two different co-ops, but it's for the houses and the residences in that area because I try to be a part of it. So I just go to their farmers markets and buy the stuff from them. Like they have them like every Saturday. Yeah, for all the stuff
Mm-hmm.
in the co-ops and stuff like that, and the community farms and the Amish people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's not really diverse. We have Sankofa Community Farms that's out there from Bartram's Gardens. No, that's not my business because I know it's the same name, but that's definitely my people though. So they are the only black people that be out there. I think, if I'm correct. No, it's other ones that sell raw, like chicken. Like they kill the chicken, they call them, and they sell them real fresh like that. It's another one. They sell them frozen from their farm. So it's only two black tables out there. So they just started diversifying it. But I think it's only for organizations at this point. And I was always hoping to get a table down there, but like I said, it's for that area. So I just have to look more into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm definitely with you on sustainability for everyone. I think that sustainability in communities with co-ops will definitely kill inflation, and a lot we won't have so many hungry children and elders and stuff like that. Um, and then if you knew how many of our friends, even on Clubhouse, were just hungry every day because they don't have economical choices in their neighborhood, it would blow your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like sustainability is for every tier of age and range. And this is why I definitely always promote growing your own food. Going foraging for a black walnut haul in the forest to find walnut trees and take your scrapers or whatever you need, your tools and stuff to get your own stuff fresh. To tap maple trees, get your own maple syrup. Go out there and find your own oyster mushrooms. If you are raw vegan, you want a raw cheesesteak, something like that with a nori wrap. You go out there, get your portobellos and everything else out in the forest and go foraging and stuff like that. Your community for dandelion roots, burdock roots. Because it all grows around us. Just got to find your local creek. You can get free water from your local spring. It's called findmyspring.net. Um,
Mm.
yeah, so I know New York got springs because Niagara is near New York, so I know you got some springs there. Um, just not sure which the names of them though. But findmyspring.net definitely will take
Nice.
you.
Definitely check
You get
that
your
out.
empty water bottles and go right to the spring. Yep.
I know my mom is like, my cousin takes my mom to a spring to find, like, to get water. I think they buy it in containers though.
hmm Yeah, you can buy them from Home Depot, the big blue ones, and fill them up. My whole thing is just take somebody that can lift them things up because I'm lazy bones in the sun. How you supposed to get your dinner done? I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. I'm like, can we just use life straws? Like
Mm.
what? I don't want to lift this stuff up, but I'll help though. I'll just
Oh,
clean the whole
I,
time.
when I put findmyspring.net, I got some type of weird money
Put
scam
.com or
thing.
.org. It's
Yeah, I
either
think it's
.com
.com. On
or .com
.com.
or .org.
Okay, we're a community resource created by people like you. Join us in enjoying and protecting our Earth's precious springs.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, nice. This is cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely the crunchy vegan, like you talk about the scary people. I don't. I think my friends more so come off that way than me. I'm more so loving, and I just want to love people whether they're vegan or not. The fact that I feel like people even come to spaces like that, I just get excited about it because, like, you know what? This is the way I feel. You come to a space like this, you're gonna take it back to somebody, and they're gonna take it back to somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And then
Hmm.
more people can support spaces like this, you know. And then you might come back again, and then, wow, we got this person to come back, you know. So
Hmm.
that's why I get excited about stuff, even about just having you support me on a clubhouse room. I just be so excited, like, oh wow, she came into this room. Yeah, so I know she like a part of this lifestyle, so that's pretty dope. I think I'm overly optimistic, but that's okay too. You know, um,
Yeah, I'm not really a cult member type person, but
yeah, me either. Nah, me either. I don't think I am.
you
I
know.
don't really switch up though, so that's why I think I could say that because I'm still me, no matter who I'm around.
Hmm.
You always gonna get this Empress right here. That's it. Just always gonna get this one,
Hmm.
no matter who I'm around. So I think that's a great thing. That's authenticity. I think that when I'm around my spiritual friends, I think we do debate each other a lot because people want to be, in charge and they want to dictate and they want to be cultish. So I definitely can see where you're coming from.
Hmm.
But me and you can have a private chat. I want to bang out of this piece. So anything else you want to add in?
Oh, thank you so much. I think I got a lot out of this. I'm
Thank you.
happy I learned about the springs, and it just got me more interested in revisiting, like, incorporating herbs into my regimen. So, yeah, this is interesting. Thank you.
Thank you. I think some herbs you would really like to take just for taking them is like calendula, red raspberry leaf. That's like a whole yoni herb. Listen, you just eat like if you even eat 5 strawberries a day, period, it's gonna
Mm.
set that womb on what? Your womb will be like, hey girl, hey sis, wow. Womb, you got
Strawberries?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Strawberries is a womb herb, and it's definitely for what? Iron. People with iron deficiency should take at least 5 to 6 strawberries a day. My daughter does not have iron deficiency, but I try to make her eat 5 to 6 strawberries a day. We don't have strawberries right now because they always go bad because some people I don't, so I have raspberries in there and blackberries, and there's definitely womb food as well. So raspberries is another top herb for the womb.
Mm.
Well, a fruit. Okay, I still call it an herb because it still grows with the herb. So I don't
Hmm.
know. This is a fruit. Okay, raspberry is a fruit though. Hello, raspberry and blackberries are fruits. Empress. Okay, so yeah, raspberries and blackberries are great for the womb as well. So like raspberry, blackberry tea, red raspberry. It's like well, if you grow raspberries, right? You keep all the leaves. Don't just let the leaves die. Keep them all because boom, you're not paying $18 for a pound on Amazon. You got your own stuff fresh. You just clean them off. Ones with bird poop on them, cut them and throw them in the trash. Don't even keep them. So just be mindful. Ones with disease on it, stuff, cut it and throw it in the trash. I take them as they come in. As they come in and they get big, I just cut them and clip them. I don't wait for the birds to get on there. I don't wait for them to die or get disease. I just take them right away. The red raspberry, the leaves on the raspberry plants or the bushes, excuse me. But
Mm.
red raspberry leaves, some strawberries, some blackberries, figs, papaya. If you cut all these fruits open, they look just like a yoni. You see the
Hmm.
clitoris, you see the inside, you see the hairs, you see everything. Even citrus fruits. You know, um, we had dragon fruit. It tastes like the children like it, so I'm gonna be more positive. It tastes good to the children. Yes, I just don't believe that something that costs $10 for one piece of fruit should be that nasty. But that's a whole nother story. Um,
Oh.
right? Like I'm trying to save money. I'm not $10 for a piece of fruit, really though. Like seriously, one piece of fruit $10, and all four of us ate off that fruit. That's how big, like, and fat it is on the inside. Like that can really, like, they can really cure a lot of hunger with them fruits, and they sell them for so much money. That's crazy. Because literally, four people were satisfied off of one piece. Well, I didn't really eat a lot, but the children, all three of them, they didn't even fight over it. It was just so good to them, and they shared it. So and they were satisfied. They didn't even want to snack after that. They were really satisfied from eating dragon fruit. I was like, mm-mm. In my head the whole time, but I didn't want to discourage them from trying something new, so I just shut up about it. I'm telling you right now, but yeah, hell no, never again. Never buying it again. Just not gonna happen. I mean, if they want it, they can buy it, but I'm not buying it for me. But back to the fruits that you can try. You can try dragon fruit because it's very good for the womb. Um, and anything that's good for the womb is good for the brain, it's good for the heart, it's good for everything else. So just keep that in mind for the most part. Um, but I think you would enjoy red raspberry. I think you would. Most women do. They like how it makes them feel. Damiana is great, but it's going to leave you Horny, and I'm not sure how you can deal with that. I stopped taking it because I was tired of walking around like that, and I'm celibate, and it wasn't a good look. So I stopped taking it. But yeah, that's all I had to add today. If you want to talk in private, I got some time. What time is it?
It's 1 o'clock, 1:07 your time.
I don't know if I got some time. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah, I got some time. Is what day is it? Thursday?
Yes, today's
Yeah,
Thursday.
I got time today. Yeah. So I got some time, but let me end this thing and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
And thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Sure thing. Thanks for this.
All right, peace.
Bye bye.